of all, I'd like to thank you. This is a huge honor for me to have the right to talk to you, and I'd like to thank the coaches for allowing me to come down. As you may know, man wasn't always able to drive to the supermarket, grab a slab of meat, and drive home knowing he's going to eat dinner that night. Okay? Life wasn't that easy. Hunger was on his mind pretty much every morning when he woke up. Because back in those days when we were hunter-gatherers, we had to get our own food. Okay? Now you all here are extremely privileged, and I hope you understand that. You might think all these skills that you've acquired just kind of popped up overnight. Okay? I'm here to tell you that's not how it is. There's no extra hormones in your milk, and there wasn't nothing special in the water that gave you the ability to do what you do out here on the field every day. These abilities have been developed throughout the history of mankind. Let's go back. Let's go back before we had all these supermarkets and we were able to spend our time practicing and playing games. Let's go back to where man, like I said, woke up and was hungry. What did man have to do? He had to get up. He had to get out of bed. He had to go look for food. Did he want to?
Yes, sir.
No. Maybe not. Maybe. There was no want involved. The hunger was so deep. There was no, do I want to? I have to. Because if I don't, I starve. I don't want to, but I gotta eat. So what? He goes foraging, right? Runs by, sees a tree. All of a sudden, thinks about, there's these little medallions, red medallions up there in that tree. If I could just grab one of those, I could eat. And he realized that. And he grabbed one. And then he told everybody, look what happens. So what they do, they develop their abilities to jump up and grab that apple and eat. After a while, that apple didn't satisfy him. I need more. So one of the smaller guys is quick on his feet. He said, you know what? I noticed that there's a little ditch there, and every couple hours a rabbit is running right out that ditch. So I figured if I was fast enough, right, I could get over there, scoop that rabbit up. Boom! I eat tonight. Victory, right?
Yes, sir.
After a while, that rabbit didn't satisfy him, Hungry. I need more than berries. I need more than rabbits. So, after a while, he walks by these birds, and they sit on that post 30 yards away. These birds just sit there 30 yards away. Let me walk by. They don't care, right? I can't do nothing to them. One day, man looks at a rock, and he gets an idea. It's a crazy idea. Hey, what if I picked up this rock right here? And I see that bird 30 yards away. What if I could hit that bird off that post? That's a crazy thought for a man who's never seen this done or done before. I'm going to hit a target this big from 30 yards away with a rock the size of my fist? But they kept trying because they knew they could do it. They just knew it. Like, I know I can hit it. And finally, one of them hit that bird. Boom, boosh, boom. We eat tonight. Yeah, victory. Soon that wasn't enough. Okay? You have several men that can hunt alone. This guy's real tall, right? Long legs. He can jump up. He can get the best fruit. Well, this guy's real quick. He can get rabbits, and not everybody can move quick enough to grab a rabbit. Well, this guy's got a cannon for an arm. He can hit a bird. He can hit a bird off a post 30 yards away and dinner tonight. Boom. After a while, it wasn't enough. They needed more. They said, we're getting bigger. We're getting stronger. We're doing more. We need more. So one day, they're in a field probably about this big. They see an elk just kind of walking by. And the elk's walking by because just like the bird, I don't care. These guys can't do nothing to me. This is early man. They haven't even formed, there's nothing, they can't kill me with a rock, right? They can't kill me alone. One man with a rock, one man can't come and grab me. I'm an elk. I have the advantage. I smell better, I see better, I hear better. So what did man have to do? They had to get together and say, listen, we're starving by ourselves. I mean, I can eat all the apples in the world ain't gonna feed me. All the rabbits I catch in the world ain't gonna feed me. I need bigger, we need more. We're hungry for more. So these men, they got together and they said, well, what if we work together? you can throw a rock. What if we made something that could penetrate this elk, right? So then they look at the big boy. And the big boy said, well, if I take this rock and I sharpen it down, I tie it to this log right here, well, I think I could chop one of those trees down. And if I chop one of those trees down, we whittle it down, and we take a sharp rock and put at the end of that, now we got something we can throw, might kill that elk. Oh, wow. So now everybody's starting to think, we can eat. We can eat, boys, for a week if we want to. We can feed ourselves. So everyone gets to work, right? Everyone gets to work. The guys chopping away. These guys are working, trying to get spears made. These guys are practicing their throws. They want to, because there's only one shot. There's only one shot. They want to make sure that when it's time to take the shot, they know in their heart they can hit it. So what do they do all their time? What do they do? The guy who can throw, he throws. The guy who can throw, he throws. Then the guy who can swing, boom, he's chopping trees to make spears for the guys who can throw. That guy can catch a jackrabbit. He's like, if we're close enough and it's getting away, I think I can get in, scare it back to the guy with the spear. Then they're looking at these guys with the long legs who are jumping up, and what can these guys? All they can do is jump up and get fruit. But wait a sec, you put them in a big field, and these guys can clear great distances in no time at all. So they start thinking, they have all the pieces. All these men, they can eat a little bit on their own. But together, they can feast. But they have trouble. They can't make it work. One guy has the shot. The other guys are supposed to keep the deer where it is. One guy's supposed to block. And the other guys are deep in the field just in case it gets away to cut it off and drive it back. But for some reason, it's frustrating. They're having trouble. The guy misses the shot. And the guys in the outfield, oh man, what are you doing? You suck. I should be throwing. I should be the one who has the spear to throw. That should be me. They start telling him, oh, you don't have the right to be up there. You missed the shot. You missed the only shot we had. Well, they learned real quick. Man learned real quick. We either eat together or we starve alone. You understand what that means? We eat together or we starve alone. So the next day they go out, and he said, listen, you missed it. They realized this is not going to work like this. So they went and they go, you know what? I know I told you that you suck because you missed the shot yesterday, but you know what? I believe you can make the shot. And I'm going to back you up. I'm going to be there if you don't, to cut that deer off, cut that elk off. And if I don't, Longlegs over there who can clear that distance, he'll make sure that elk doesn't get off the field. That elk doesn't get out of the ballpark. I got your back. He's got my back. So go ahead, throw that spear with everything you got. And then all of a sudden, look at, we succeeded. Because we learned that we work together, we feast like kings. If we bicker and are selfish and we want just us to get the attention, we want the accolades, we want to be the one with the spear, we want to be the one who does this. Well, it doesn't work. Because you guys aren't chasing individual accolades here. I played high school football. I played 9 years of football, right? My senior year, I got MEL, All-League, second team, All-County, most inspirational player on the team. We were 5-5. I don't care. All those little accolades I got individually were like a single grain of popcorn with a 5-5 record. I didn't care about that. I wasn't hungry for jackrabbits or berries or apples or birds. I wanted elk, but I needed a team. And we just weren't there. We didn't get it. We were too busy. Oh, that was your block. You missed your block. Oh, if you guys would block, well, you're supposed to make the throw. If you made the throw, we didn't get it. We didn't get it. And we starved. Okay? Now, you have an opportunity here. 82. Well, we're 89, 2000, 2001. These teams right here? These teams ate first. And for the rest of the history of this school, everyone's going to come on this field and go, they ate first, they ate first, they ate first, they ate. Until 2011, I remember that team. Oh, man, you remember 2004, 2008? Ooh, these monsters. They ate everybody alive. I did some checking, boys. Y'all ate 5th last year. I'd say that makes you pretty hungry. I said you should be starving. You should be ravenous at this point for victory. Because that's what feeds us now. Obviously, you know, when I'm hungry, I'll go to Monsoonburg, I'll get a piece of chicken. I don't got to hit a bird off a post to do it. So that's the thing is, through the years, you've been, through your ancestors, handed these skills. This is the difference, gentlemen. They had no choice. Their will directly correlated to their hunger. The hungrier they got, the more will they had to do whatever it took to eat. Now will is a choice. It's your choice. You don't have to be hungry for this. You don't have to be hungry for that. If you're not, I think softball is popular around here. There's a lot of leagues. Maybe you should join one of them. You should join a beer softball league if you don't want that. Because I guarantee you, there are several guys that are at home right now that wanted to be where you are right now. And they might be some friends of yours. And they're back at home and they're on the couch watching TV while you're here getting ready to play ball. Something you might not be able to do the rest of your life. Now, this is what happened with man. This is why we're here today. Let me tell you why we're here today. Why you can go buy a steak at the grocery store. Man got so good at hunting, but you know, he got old. He got old. And he just couldn't hunt anymore. You know, maybe just that one last throw, boom, shoulder, gone. Going for that, cut off that deer one last time, blam, ACL, gone. So now they can't hunt. But what can they do now? They look, exactly, they can teach. So they look at you boys and they go, oh, God, you have something I used to have that I don't have. And I don't want you to waste it away. If it was a tribe, they'd be your elders. Coaching you every day. Making you wake up and come and throw 1,000 times at that little spot. And run 1,000 times to that far wall. Or squat down 1,000 times to catch that rabbit. They're doing this so that you can be the best players that you possibly can. Because they see it in you. I mean, I was out for, 60 minutes? And I see it in you. The will is there. The hunger is starting to creep in on you. Okay? But now, consciously, you have to focus your efforts and your energy towards cultivating your own will to win. Winning isn't everything. But wanting to win is. One of the greatest coaches, Vince Lombardi, said that. You know, if you only won, they'd call it winning. Like I tell people all the time, you know, I got a guy who just fought, and he lost a tough one. He lost a tough one to a tough dude. And you know what I told him? I said, that's why they call it fighting. If you won every time, they just call it winning. And if it was easy, everybody would do it. Now you start thinking about hunger. What was I hungry for? Well, this is what I was hungry for. What is it? It's an MMA championship. And you know what? It's an amateur MMA championship. I train with guys that are getting ready to fight for the UFC championship. So to them, this is nothing. This is a snack on their way to the great meal. But you see, to me, when I saw first time I saw one of my friends win a championship, I remember I said to myself, and I fought for 2 years. Never thought once I want to be a champion. Never thought it once. Then I saw him win it, and then, I don't know, I got this weird feeling in my stomach. I got this weird feeling. It was hunger. It was hunger for a championship. And then all of a sudden, it grew, it cultivated. The more I trained, the hungrier I became. I couldn't wait to get in there. I put so much work into it. I mean, this is all I care about right now. This was food to me, guys. This became my everything. I mean, and to some people, like I said, it's a piece of popcorn. To the guys I train with, oh, you won an amateur championship, cool. But to me, I I was starving for it. I was ravenous for it. I couldn't wait to get in there and take it from the man who was trying to take it from me. This is why I ate salads every night for a month and stayed in the sauna for an hour straight. It was miserable, but I didn't think about it like, oh, I don't want to do this. Not once. Every second I said, this is what I gotta do. This is what I gotta do. This is what I gotta do. Hey. Tonight, it's Friday night, right? You guys go to high school? Hey, man, party tonight. What are you doing, man? You're popular. Come hang out. Is that what you're hungry for right now, boys?
No, sir.
You hungry to go hang out?
No, sir.
Because I'll tell you what, plenty of time to hang out after high school. Plenty of time to hang out after you're done playing ball. Trust me. There'll be plenty of time to hang out, and you'll be wishing you could play ball again. I just want you guys to understand that right now you might not understand. But what you're doing here is going to affect you for the rest of your life. It's an appreciation that you need to have. One last thing I'm going to leave you with. I remember when I played high school football. And I remember practice. And I remember thinking, can't wait till practice is done. Man, how many more practices do I got? 2 more practices till the game. That's what I used to think. Damn, man, I got to go to practice. I'd be sitting there in English class, 5th period, like, it's hot. I just want to play the game. What do I got to do? And now, 10 years later, I haven't played ball. I haven't strapped the helmet on 10 years, guys. Just being out here and just thinking about it. You know what I miss the most? I miss practice. I miss that team. I miss the BS and the grab-assing. But you know what I miss more than that? I miss looking in another man's eye who's hurt just like me. A man I respect. And we share that vulnerability with each other. This is where we do it. In practice. This is where we earn that respect. This is how you know that you can throw the pitch. And if you don't throw the pitch and he gets it out, this is where you find out that you've got the guy behind you that's going to come down and grab that and save your ass and give you another opportunity. And they know that if they, bobble it, they got a man right behind them. This is where you build the trust, gentlemen. I see you guys out here, you're kind of like, yeah, we're just practicing, right? We're just practicing. This is just practice, right? That famous Allen Iverson quote. Practice? We're talking about practice? Now, I know this seems like, can't wait to get through this so you can play your game. I'll tell you what, I can't remember a single damn play in a single game I played. They all are just blurred together. But I can remember 100 stories from practice, man, that I think about and make me smile and warm my heart to this day. I tell you what, in the brotherhood that you're building on this practice field, you don't even understand right now, boys. If I saw a man I haven't seen in 10 years that I played high school football with getting jumped in the street, even if he was an asshole and I didn't like him, I would jump in and try to save him. Because he shared with me that vulnerability right here. He bled and he sweated and he cried with me and he lost and he won with me. So boys, I just want you to make sure. 2 things, okay? Find your hunger. What do you want? Why are you here? Why are you here? Who are you? What's that?
Champions!
Who are you?
Champions!
That's why we're here. So when you go home tonight, boys, and you're about to bite into whatever mom's got cooking, close your eyes and imagine if that wasn't there. Close your eyes and imagine how you feel the next morning after not eating dinner. That feeling right there, make you do things you don't want to do, but you gotta eat, right?
Yes, sir.
So this is what I'm telling you. You guys start, pretty much your first competition starts tomorrow, and then the season starts not too short after that. So you don't got much time to develop that hunger. But think about where you guys were last year. And think about where you want to be at the end of this year. And make that your everything. Make that your food. Hunger like that, hunger for that like it's your next meal. You do that, boys. You trust each other, and you appreciate the time you have with each other here. I guarantee you're going to feel like a champion no matter what the record says at the end of the year. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Thank you for letting me talk to you. I will be a fan of you guys from now on. If you see me in the field, I'm going to be rooting you on. with Jeff twice a week, okay? Respect these guys. Like I said, none of these guys want to hate on you. I know it's hard sometimes. As a player, it feels like I'm trying my hardest. Why you hating on me, man? Well, I'll tell you one thing that coaches used to tell me all the time. If I'm not yelling at you, that means I don't like you. If I'm not yelling at you, I don't care if you play. Okay? Eyes up. No walking on the field. No. They just trying to make sure you eat, boys. They just want to feed you. They ain't trying to hate on you. And if they go, oh man, put your shoulder down when you throw that spear. Point that, oh man, but I throw. Did you see how I throw when I throw my strike? I don't need to I rip it like that. Well, guess what? He used to rip it like that too. And guess what? After Tommy John surgery, he can't rip it like that no more. That's why he's telling you to put or whatever technique. So when it comes to the elders talking, respect the elders. Stay hungry. Got that?
Yes,
Stay
sir.
hungry. Appreciate where you're at and the opportunity you have. Respect your elders. And you guys go far. All right?
Yes, sir.
Get us up. Up.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I don't want to go home anymore.
Get 'em, boys.
All right, buddy.